Spencer Lewis here for InsideTrackNews.com, Short Track Notebook. We're talking with the astronaut Brandon McFerran, one of the top-ranked mini-stock drivers in the province right now. 2013 Sauble versus Sunset Home and Home Series champion. And Brandon, you announced earlier on this year, midway through the summer, that you were going to be racing for points at Sunset Speedway in 2014. Your first run to the Sunset Speedway Championship, you sort of floated around in 2013, split your time between Flamborough, Sunset, and Sauble. So you got to retool and refocus and get ready to run a full campaign. How are you going to need to change your program and your driving style to get ready for 18 or 19 grueling weeks at Sunset?
Well, me and Dad already started talking about it. We're going to have to get our stuff together, regroup, and, I'm going to have to change the way I race a little bit because, not racing for points, you don't really worry about, losing any or gaining any. So what I would do is I would just, just look at the big picture and get the checkered flag. I didn't have to look at the points, but now I'm going to have to slow it down a little bit. I'm going for the points. I got to realize that so I don't wreck. I don't wreck myself. I don't take myself in a points championship. So I just got to, race every week, be consistent, and hopefully be there at the end.
Now, you and I have spoken on many occasions before here on InsideTrackNews.com, and you've talked about how you don't want to be a career mini stock guy. You and your father, family run effort, you're thinking big picture, you want to move up to something heavier, something a little bit faster. Is a mini stock championship something that you need, to sort of strike off your list before you can move up in good conscience?
Well, yeah, I'd like to cross that off my list. Some people are like, oh no, don't worry about the championship, just move up, you're ready. But I kind of want that championship, to have that background. Say, I was 2000 and whatever championship of mini stocks, but hopefully in 2015, if I have the funding and, things fall into place, I'll be in a Thunder car. But right now, I'm going to be in a mini stock for as long as it takes. And you know what? I don't mind that. I'm thankful for what I got right now, and I'm not really pushing my dad to buy me something more expensive. So whenever I get. So
now you're 14 now?
Yeah.
14, 3 seasons in a mini stock. Who's been your toughest competitor at all the tracks you've been to? I mean, you've raced against some of the best. You've raced against Billy Schwarzenberg, Dave Bailey, Corey Young, Kevin Bridge, Warren Paxton, Eric York. I mean, I'm sure I left out a lot of good drivers. That just scratches the surface. For you, who's been the toughest competitor to get out there and really rub fenders with and go toe-to-toe with in a mini stock?
I don't have enough fingers and toes to count them out, but there's a ton, and if I had to rank it, not in any certain order, but Billy Schwarzenberg, he always runs you hard and clean. If you're racing him, you got to put it all out. Warren Paxton, same deal. You get up beside him, you got to give it your all-time best and give it all you got. But yeah, like you said, you got Corey Young, Billy Schwarzenberg, Warren Paxton, all them guys, phenomenal drivers. So best racer I've ever raced against, probably be Warren. We've had some 5-star battles, and I just me and him put on some shows.
Now, when you look at 2014, the way the schedule's already shaping up, there's a lot of big open competition shows that are paying some pretty decent money. When you look at the 2 Dash for Cashes at Sauble, Barry's turned the Gary Reynolds Memorial into more than just a late model show. Now the Thunder Car and the mini stock portion, there's just as much prestige to go to Barry now.
Yep.
Sunset Velocity, Autumn Colors, Delaware's got their big open competition mini stock shows, and then you got the Kawartha Speedway Mini Stock Nationals. How many of these are on your schedule right now? Where do you want to go in 2014 outside of your regular racing at Sunset?
You got to keep in mind that I'm going for a championship, so you don't want to venture out and you say, travel everywhere, say a Sunday or whatever, and wreck the car and potentially take you out of the points championship, right? You got to look at that picture. But you know what? I think I'm going to try to make it out as many as I can and, race smart. But some that are up there, I want to try Barry again. Obviously Autumn Colors, definitely the Mini Stock Nationals, already put my registration in. Just like the big events, and yeah, I want to get as many tracks as I can this year.
Now, you were one of the first drivers to pre-register for the Mini Stock Nationals. Why did that get you so excited? Why do you want to go to Kawartha that badly with your Mini Stock and throw your name in the hat against some of the best in the province?
Well, I just like to get to as many tracks as possible to get seat time. I mean, seat time is the main key to improving in racing, and Kawartha is a track I've never been to, so I really would like to try that. I hear it's a fast track, but you got long straights, and I was talking to some people and I say, you know, you get bored going down the chutes because they're so long and you got to pay attention. And you know, I've always wanted to try that track actually, and so we're gonna get to try it. And ever since the Oscar banquet, actually Davey Terry was the first one to tell me that there's gonna be an Oscar Outlaw mini stock class, and I've been excited ever since. You know, I was trying to find information on it, and it was just released like this week, and you know, I'm just really pumped up about it.
Now, Kawartha, it's been closed for a season. They're reopening for a 2014 season. Going back to cars that have done really well there, guys like Jason Juriga, Mike Wallace, Mike Nelson, Brad Martin, twin cam cars seem to have the advantage there. They make a lot of steam, they make a lot of horsepower. You know, the Hondas, the Acuras, the Nissan, even some of the Nissan 240s. I guess they're single cam engines. But what I'm really asking is, your Mustang, the way it is right now, built to Sunset specifications, will it be able to hold a candle to some of the higher horsepower cars that'll be out at Kawartha from the Kawartha Lakes region and down to Peterborough?
You know, we're gonna try our best to get it to that level of what the Neons and, you know, the Hondas are. They're pushing out like huge horsepower. You know, they're crazy. Not only at Kawartha, but you know, when they come to Sunset, Peterborough, Flamborough, those cars have power anywhere, and you know, we're gonna obviously try to compete with that, but it's gonna be hard because obviously, you know, we can't get the power that they can, but we're gonna try.
Now, in your opinion, why should the fans in Ontario be excited about the Mini Stock Nationals?
Oh, why not? Like, man, this you know, it's Oscar's putting it on. First time ever. I'm pretty sure that Oscar has the mini stocks traveling with their super late models and modifieds. And not only do you get to watch the mini stocks, like I said, you get to watch the mods and the super late models. That's another show altogether. So, you know, I'd recommend marking those 2 dates on your calendar and coming out.
Now, I know it's not possible with the proper support, and I'm sure that 2014 is a few months away. I'm sure you're probably going to have a couple more marketing partners by the time all is said and done. But right now, thank the people that are going to make it all possible for you.
Well, yeah, you know, we're already trying to wheel in the sponsors, and you know, it's tough doing that, but we're always wanting sponsors, and it's a great way to you know, get your company out there. But for right now, I got to thank Peter D. Laird, Meisner Construction, Finish Line Painting and Restoring, Road Ranger, East End Car Wash, Absolute Wed, my dad and mom first, and like I can't thank them enough for what they have done for me. Aunts and uncles, brothers, you know, just everybody that's helped me out.
What's the best way for the fans to keep up with you on social media?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, at Brandon McFerran. Even like my Facebook page, Brandon McFerran, or add me as a friend.
There you go, buddy. Well, we look forward to seeing you everywhere in 2014. It sounds like you got a pretty aggressive campaign. So Gary Reynolds Memorial, Autumn Colors Classic, full season at Sunset, both Mini Stock Nationals events, and I'm sure that if you can find the proper marketing support, you'll be adding to that in the next couple of months. So all the best to you and yours, my friend. Thanks so much for the time.
Thanks, Spencer.
There you go, folks. Mini Stock Stalwart. That's the astronaut, Brandon McFerran.